Hi there, I'm Joy Good Vlog. If today is your first time of joining us, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know when we are uploading. Thank you so much. As to remain your girl, your blog, Joy Good Vlog.
Abuse. What is abuse? Abuse is maltreatment of person when someone maltreat another person. Abuse is improper usage or treatment of a thing. If somebody maltreats you, unfair or improper gain benefits. Abuse come in many forms such as physical abuse, verbal abuse, injury, assault, violation, rape, unjust practice, crime, and others. What are four major abuse? That's what is four type of abuse. Abuse, you have physical abuse, you have sexual abuse, you have psychological, verbal, emotional and mental, financial and spiritual. Emotional and mental abuse is often and in some cases victims don't recognize they have been abused. So what causes abuse? Sometimes abuse doesn't have.
What causes abuse of child? Cause of child abuse can include isolation, lack of support, no family member, friends, partner, community support to help with the demands of parenting, stress, financial pressure, job worries, medication, and care for a family member with a disability. Use that may increase a person's risk of becoming abusive include a history of being abused or neglect as a child, physical or mental illness such as depression or post-traumatic stress disorder, family crisis or stress including domestic violence and other marital conflict, or single parent. Effects of abuse children are mostly likely to experience generalized anxiety, depressed, tarnishing or shame, guilt or suicidal homosexual thoughts, or to engage in criminal activity, promiscuity, and substance abuse.
Let's see ways we can have where we can avoid abuse. We can actually avoid abuse by volunteer your time, get involved with other parents in the community. We can avoid abuse, prevent it by disciplining your children truthfully. We can we can as well prevent abuse, child abuse by examining our behavior or that the children behavior. We can also prevent abuse by teaching our children their rights. We can also prevent abuse by support prevention programs. We can stop abuse, know what children abuse is, know the signs. These are things you can do to avoid abuse. So let's keep in mind, let's know our rights, let's report the abuse, let's invest in kids, encourage our children to go to do activities. That is more important. Let's be supportive. Let's support our children and family. Employer to provide family friendly work environment as local. Let's seek we also have to seek advice from people that knows, like the lawyers. Sometimes when we feel that we have been abused, we have to speak out. It's very important when a child or adult think he's been abused or he has to speak out. He need to seek help before he got consumed, so we don't keep abuse to ourselves. Very important, we need to examine our behavior. Abuse is not just physical, both word and action can inflict deep pains. Our our speaking, our word we tell kids can actually have a wound in their hearts. Be a good parent, don't torture the heart of your children. Be a nurturing parent. Use action to show children and other adults their conflict can be settled without hurting or yelling. Let's be disciplined. Let's find way to correct our children when they do wrong. Let's teach our children their right. Let them know what they should know about. Let's talk to our children. Let's tell them what abuse is. Let's educating them. For me, I think educating the children are more important. Educating them to know what abuse really means, educating them to know when people are passing boundaries, educating them to know when they have to speak out, educating them where does abuse happen. Abuse and neglect can occur anywhere, your home, public places, working places, anywhere. People can be abused anywhere. Even in the hospital, people can be abused. Daycare, they can be abused. In school, in care home, they can be abused. So there's many ways, many places people can be abused. Don't say because you are in your house you cannot be abused. You can be going through emotional abuse. You can be going through domestic abuse. You can be going through mental abuse. There's many ways the word we say to people can hurt them. So we don't say harmful word to people. That can cause mental abuse or that emotional abuse. There are verbal, what I forget to say, there are verbal and non-verbal abuse. You should know that. So there's a lot of things that abuse can do to someone. It can harm them. They may be stranger to us, but more often that they will know and feel not safe with the person. So please, let's fight abuse together. How can we stop emotional and physical abuse? Because emotional abuse always coexist with other forms of abuse, and it is the most difficult to identify. Psychological abuse is the most common because sometimes we don't know it. Because when you abuse someone, you don't even know. That is psychological abuse. So we should be careful. We should treat people with fair. We should stay calm and listen to them. Often when they need our support, write down what they tell you using their own words. Keep any evidence safe. Get in touch with us or that the police. Dial the number. What can be an abuser? Who can be an abuser? An abuser could be anyone. It could be someone you know, someone you work with. It could be staff who care for you, like the nurse or care. Anywhere it could be. So let's be careful what we do. Let's be careful what we say. Let's be careful of things we do. There's many ways that we can actually hurt people. We should be careful and treat people with respect. We should treat them with equality. We should treat them without abusing them. We should know when to correct people. You can actually correct people without abusing them. So thank you so much.
So let's turn it inside our stew. Turn it all over everywhere. Okay. So that is it. You cover it a little bit. What I forget to tell you, you have to make like this so you make sure that they are okay. Okay. So cover and leave it a little bit. Let's see our egg. Okay. Okay. That is how the egg is. Okay. So that is how the egg will be, because I don't want it, I just want it like that. So this is how your egg for your yam is. It's not the flat one. Normally they don't use the flat one to eat yam. It could be more moisture than this, but because I don't like moisture eggs too much, so this is how I like my egg to look like. Okay, that is how I like the egg to look like. That is how I like it to look like. It's very nice. So we are ready. We have our egg, we have our yam. So everything is ready, guys. Okay, that is ready. That's yam and egg. I'm going to serve it. So let's serve our yam. Okay, we serve it in a plate. So let's do it. So let's serve the egg. Let's serve the egg. Come. So That is how it is. You can eat it anyhow, spoon, hand, whatever you feel comfortable with. If you feel like comfortable with your